Happy afternoon to those gathered. Teaching is the greatest act of optimism. Teachers can change lives with just the right mix of chalk and challenges. Happy Teachers' Day wishes to all the teachers and welcome everyone gathered here for the celebration of Teachers' Day Award ceremony. Today, we come together to honor the remarkable individuals who have dedicated themselves to the noble pursuit of education. As we gather here, let us remember that all teachers are not just educators, they are great achievers. Dr. Radhakrishnan's legacy continues to inspire contemporary thought and practice here in our campus. I feel immensely happy to welcome esteemed galaxy of intellectuals for Teachers Award ceremony on this great day.
வாழ்காவிலிருந்து கங்கை வரை வரலாறு உண்மையாச்சு. வகுப்பறையிலிருந்து வாட்ஸ்அப் வரை வாத்தியார் வேலையாச்சு. புத்தகத்தோடு சில நாளும் ப்ரொஜெக்டரோடு பல நாளும் முதல் தளத்திலிருந்து மூன்றாம் தளத்திற்கும், மூன்றாம் தளத்திலிருந்து இரண்டாம் தளத்திற்கும் மூச்சு முட்டவா? இல்லை இல்லை, முழு மூச்சோடு பயணிக்கிறோம். நாங்கள் பாயிண்டாக பேச சாக் அண்ட் டாக்கையும், பவர் பாயிண்டாக பேச லேப்டாப்பையும் கையில் எடுக்கிறோம். ஆரம்பம் மாறலாம், அடிப்படைகள் மாறலாம், ஏன் அணுகுமுறைகள் கூட மாறலாம். ஆனால் ஆசிரியருக்கான அறம் என்றும் மாறாது. அனைவருக்கும் இனிய ஆசிரியர் தின வாழ்த்துக்களையும் வணக்கங்களையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். நிகழ்ச்சியின் தொடக்கமாக தமிழ் தாய் வாழ்த்து.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கனமும் மதிசிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திரும்பியந்து செயல்மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே
The best teachers are those who show you where to look but don't tell you what to see. We are thrilled to welcome such a guide in our midst. May I invite Dr. Krishnapriya V, IQAC Coordinator and Head Department of Computer Science with Cognitive System, to accord a ceremonial welcome to the gathering on this great day.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். கற்க கசடர கற்பவை கற்றபின் நிற்க அதற்கு தக என்ற திருக்குறளின் வரிகளோடு கற்பதை நன்றாக கற்றுவிட்டால் யார் துணையும் இல்லாமல் நம்மை நாம் நிலைநிறுத்த முடியும் என்று இத்துணைக்கால் இல்லாத இக்குறளுக்கு ஒரு பொருள் சொன்ன திரு கவிதாசன் அவர்களை நினைவு கூர்ந்து எனது வரவேற்புரையை தொடங்குகிறேன். Greetings to all on the occasion of Teachers' Day. Sri K. Ramakrishnan, respected Joint Managing Trustee, Thiru Sundar avargal, beloved Principal and Secretary, Thiru B.L. Sivakumar, Staff Club President, Dr. Maria Priscilla, Director, Head of the Departments, fellow faculty members, and non-teaching faculty. It's my pleasure to welcome you all today. The Chief Guest, Mr. Sri K. Ramakrishnan I.R.S., son of the soil, began his higher education from Coimbatore and held various prestigious positions We are honored to have you as chief guest and proud to receive awards from the hands of person who cleared the civil services. We welcome you, sir. Our Joint Managing Trustee, Thiru Sundar Avargal, a third generation visionary from SNR Sons Charitable Trust, is extending his yeoman service to society through healthcare and education, upholding the prime goals of SNR Trust. We welcome you, sir. The institution has created the person who leads with the foresight of what's best for the faculty, students, and the organization. The structure of today's award ceremony for the faculty was created by our institution alumnus, principal, and secretary, Dr. B.L. Sivakumar, from the year 2020 onwards. We welcome you to the Teachers' Day celebration, sir. Dr. Maria Priscilla, President of the Staff Club, has initiated various events for the benefit of teaching and non-teaching staff by adding flavor and happiness index of the campus. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Faculty are the spine of the educational institution, the only person who has the ability to shape a good society by inculcating values to the students. We should all feel proud and blessed to be in this profession, and we welcome one and all today. We welcome all non-teaching fraternity for joining this function. நம்மை விட வளர்ந்து விட்டானே என்று பொறாமைப்படாத ஒரே ஜீவன் நம் ஆசிரியர்கள் மட்டும்தான் என்ற ஏபிஜே அப்துல் கலாம் அவர்களின் வரிகளை சொந்தமாக்கிய நம் ஆசிரியர் குழுமத்தை வாழ்த்தி எனது வரவேற்புரையை முடித்து விடைபெறும் உங்களுள் ஒரு ஆசிரியர். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
கற்க கசடர நிற்க அதற்கு தக என்று வரவேற்பை நல்கிய பேராசிரியர் அவர்களுக்கு நன்றி தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம்.
Flowers are the most lovely thing God has given the world. The earth laughs in flowers. Here comes Dr. Ginny James, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science with Data Analytics, to present a bouquet and welcome our Honorable Chief Guest. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Ms. K. Vishwajanani, Assistant Professor, Department of Languages, to present a bouquet to our Joint Managing Trustee, Thiru R. Sundar. Thank you, sir. May I request our Honorable Joint Managing Trustee to honor the presence of our chief guest by presenting a shawl. Thank you, sir, for the pleasant gesture. The greatest gift a teacher can give is the opportunity to grow. The best teacher lead by example, showing how to navigate challenges with grace and determination. I attribute this proverb to the great teacher, none other than our principal and secretary, Dr. B.L. Shukumar. And may I invite him to address the gathering.
Very good afternoon. Happy Teachers' Day to all my friends. Most respected Chief Guest of the Day, Thiru K. Ramakrishnan I.R.S, Commissioner, GST Coimbatore, our beloved Joint Managing Trustee, Thiru R. Sundar, Staff Club President, Dr. Maria, IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Krishna Priya, heads of various departments, faculty members, Manavar Mandram office bearers, and my dear friends. Indeed, very happy to be part of this particular program. At the outset, I would like to thank our management for all the support they were extended to our college to grow from pillar to pillar. At this particular point, I would like to share some of the achievement what we have achieved in the last 5 years. From year 2019 to 2024, our college received 1 crore 44 lakhs from various funding agencies such as AICT, DST, etc. 68 patents were generated by our faculty. They also published 151 books. So far, our college, we have produced 201 PhD in various disciplines. We have signed 103 MOU, and indeed, we are grateful to our management. They have contributed 31.26 lakhs towards seed money. At present, we have 281 faculty, out of which 161 with PhD and with net and SLET 55. We had so many faculty exchange program. Malaysia, 6 faculty visited, France, 1 faculty, and in Thailand, 50 faculty. Infrastructure, we have a new girls hostel and a new boys hostel is under construction. The total number of FDP and conferences attended by our faculty, 431. And in NIRF, in 2021, we were ranked 84th in all India level, in which 1,802 college participated. In 2022, we were ranked 90, in which 2,770 college participated throughout India. In 2023, we were ranked 86, in which 2,746 college participated. And this year, we were ranked 56th, where 3,371 college participated. This achievement is possible only because of our dedicated staff member. On behalf of the management and myself, I thank each one of you for contributing the growth of our college. Thank you so much.
5 ஆண்டு காலம் மட்டுமல்ல, அற்புதமான ஆசிரியர் மத்தியில் அத்தனை காலமே பொற்காலமே என்று ஆசிரியர் தின உரை நல்கிய நமது கல்லூரியின் முதல்வர் மற்றும் செயலர் முனைவர் BL சிவகுமார் அவர்களுக்கு நன்றி தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம்.
May I invite Dr. Jamuna, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to introduce our Joint Managing Trustee, Thiru R. Sundar, to the forum.
A wonderful evening to everyone. First of all, I wish Happy Teachers' Day to all my respected professors and teachers. Leadership is a capacity to influence others through inspiration generated by a passion, motivated by a vision, produced by a conviction, ignited by a purpose. I would like to ascribe this proverb to our Joint Managing Trustee, Thiru R. Sundar, and take pleasure in introducing him to the forum. Thiru R. Sundar is the Joint Managing Trustee of SNR Charitable Trust. His journey is not merely one of personal achievement, but a testament to the enduring legacy of philanthropy and industriousness that defines his family's lineage in Coimbatore. Thiru R. Sundar academic odyssey began at Loyola College, Chennai, where he cultivated a strong foundation in economics, graduating with distinction. Recognizing the importance of blending academic rigor with practical experience, he pursued an MBA in France at Kingston College, London, further enriching his understanding of global business dynamics. His professional journey commenced as an engineer with Vodafone in London, where he exhibited exemplary skills and dedication. This laid the groundwork for his pivotal role as the managing director of the esteemed institution, Dr. R.V. Group of Business Establishments, where his leadership and vision propelled the organization to new heights of success. Beyond his corporate endeavors, Thiru R. Sundar has been deeply committed to the welfare of the society, assuming prestigious positions such as Joint Managing Trustee of SNR Sons Charitable Trust, trustee of Dr. R. Venkatesalu Charitable Trust, and trustee of SRSI Educational Trust. Additionally, his membership in the Confederation of Indian Industry Healthcare underscores his dedication to advancing the healthcare sector in our nation. Moreover, Mr. Sundar's entrepreneurial spirit shines through the establishment of Sri R.V. Hotels, a testament to his family's commitment to the excellence in hospitality and service. We are really fortunate to have such an eminent personality with us today. So thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Leadership is not about a title or a designation. It is about impacts, influence, and inspiration. May I invite such an inspirational personality, through R. Sundar, to deliver presidential address. Sir, over to you.
Thank you very much. Good evening to all of you. I am very indeed honored to be here amongst you this Teachers' Day. I didn't expect this program, but principal had told me, and I thought it's the right time to be here. And he was explaining all the rankings of NIRF, NAC, and everything. It's all your hard work. We can have the vision. The management can have a vision. There should be a team to create a vision and present the vision to the public. And when they say Teachers' Day, I remember one thing. The teaching profession itself has evolved a lot. Now, in the modern day, even the parents are not as good as the teachers. The teachers are the ones who are creating discipline among the students. The parents are very busy, they are going for work, and it's a nuclear family, it's going to get tougher. All the information of the student or the children is from the teacher. So teachers play a major role in the disciplinary actions for the society and to the society. For that, I have a great respect for you. And also, nowadays, the teachers have gone way ahead in learning, and they keep learning, keep developing their skills. They are also very skilled now. They are like researchers. They know everything. So from discipline to research, I think they have evolved a lot, and it's a great thing. And wish you all a happy Teachers' Day. On this occasion, I'm happy to be here to give you all the awards, and it's a very happy occasion to give you all the awards and see the happy faces, and to encourage you with the awards. And basically it's good to get awards, and your actions have been recognized now. And one more thing I would like to talk about is the teachers, they are very experienced. They're very experienced, and they are taking this experience to the students. Today, whatever the students have accomplished all over the world, I've gone to alumni association meetings. They're so happy to see the teacher. The teacher has given them the education, and they don't expect anything from the teacher now. Now they just want to see the teacher smile. So it's a great thing. It can only happen to a teacher. No other profession it can happen to. So wish you all a happy Teachers' Day. Wish you all you have a great year ahead, and see you soon. I would like to come to every Teachers' Day and wish you all the best. Congratulations to all the award winners. Wish you all the best.
உருவாக்கமும் உற்சாகமும் சான்றாண்மையும் சமூக மாற்றமும் ஆசிரியரின் சார்ந்ததை என்று வாழ்த்துரை நல்கிய நமது இணை நிர்வாக அறங்காவலர் அவர்களுக்கு நன்றி தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம்.
In a long time to come, this day will remain fresh in our memories for a number of reasons, and one among them will certainly be the gracious presence of Thiru K. Ramakrishnan I.R.S, Commissioner of GST and Central Excise, Coimbatore. To introduce our chief guest, here comes Dr. Maria Fulgen, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce with Retail Marketing, to the stage.
Distinguished luminaries on and off the dais. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. With great pleasure, let me formally introduce a person of unmatched distinction, and who made a lasting impact in the field of finance and revenue, the dynamic IRS officer, Mr. K. Ramakrishnan, to you. Our chief guest for the day is the Commissioner of Central GST and Central Excise Audit, Coimbatore. He also holds the additional charge of Central GST Commissionerate, Coimbatore. To talk about his early days in academics, Sir majored in physics from SRCAS Coimbatore in 1989, and he took his master's in applied physics from Nehru Memorial College, Trichy in 1991, and an MBA from Sri Krishnadevaraya University, Andhra Pradesh. He is a 1997 batch IRS officer serving in the Ministry of Finance, Government of India. Sri Ramakrishnan worked as Assistant Commissioner in Hyderabad and Warangal in 1997 and later as the Director of Central Board of Indirect Taxes. He was a part of field formations in Hyderabad, Delhi, Chennai, and Coimbatore. His 26 years of distinguished service is illuminated by key policy formulations in the field of enforcement in the Ministry of Finance, New Delhi. And he made his representation in international forums like WHO, Interpol, UN Organization on Drugs and Crime, World Customs Organization, and WTO. Sir has been trained by US Homeland Security on money laundering and strategic management by Australian Customs. It is a matter of great pride that India became the 34th member of Financial Action Task Force to prevent money laundering and terror financing during Sir's stint in the Finance Ministry. Sir has been a part of international delegations to US, UK, Sweden, Norway, France, Australia, Panama, UAE, Thailand, Belgium, Italy, Switzerland, etc., representing India. He served as the Additional Director General of DGGI Coimbatore, Zonal Unit, before his current position. Specially trained in government functions, Sir received the World Customs Organization Certificate of Merit on International Customs Day 2014. He has been conferred with the prestigious Presidential Award of Appreciation Certificate for specially distinguished record and service on the occasion of 2018 Republic Day. Sir, we are truly honored to have you, an officer par excellence, amongst us today. We are eagerly waiting for you to share your insights and experience with us. Let's give a big round of applause to our honored chief guest. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. I ascribe this saying to our honorable chief guest, Thiru Ramakrishnan I.R.S. Now, may I request our chief guest to address the gathering.
So good afternoon to you all. In fact, when your principal has come and met along with his colleague, I was slightly taken aback whether talking before the teachers is a thing which he has mentioned. That has really put me in the whirlwind of preparation for last 15 days. I would not have prepared for examination even to this extent. Hope I will pass this examination today. All teachers should, if you don't, if there is no award, at least on clap, I'll get end of the day. I'm more kind of informal way of communicating with the colleagues. So, in fact, what has touched me is simplicity of your joint managing director and madam, and your team of staff members, professors present here. So maybe since being a tax officer, sometimes subjects like economics may be sometimes boring, like that tax may be sometimes boring. So being a tax officer, I may touch upon slightly, so please bear with me. I will try to carry on with my talk. So, first of all, I would start with a little lighter note. it's like educators are the only people who lose sleep over the other people's children. Being a teacher is like trying to fly an aeroplane while building it. So being a tax officer, some humor way of looking at the things. What is the favorite teacher's favorite nation? It is an explanation. Why was the maths book is so sad? Because it had so many problems in it. Why was the computer cold in class? Because its windows are left open. Okay. So, with these words, distinguished trustee, principal, and all awardees and professors present here, I extend my heartfelt and sincere gratitude to all of you for giving me this opportunity to be present here as a chief guest. The good teacher is like a candle. He consumes himself to light others. So teaching is a noble profession. So teachers are the source of knowledge and inspiration for every student and become a human being later. And I deal this talk in a little going back to the scenario how we all come in this society for this 100 and 150 years. If you look at in 17th century, you would know that there were only first industrial revolution happened in 17th century, later part of 17th century. And during that time, there were a lot of, I'll just try to, a lot of mechanization happened during this first industrial revolution. There was no electricity, there is no electronics, nothing. There are a lot of mechanization happened, though that helped agriculture to develop in a better way. So during the similar period in 17th century, there was extraction of coal has happened. That speed of the process of rails and roads and accelerated the economy. Okay. After 100 years, in 1870, we got electricity and gas, oil, and there was an internal combustion engine and steam engines, and the chemical synthesis happened during that time. Telegraph has come into the picture. So invention of automobile and plane at the beginning of the 20th century has revolutionized the movement of people across the globe. So in this 20th century, we got a nuclear energy, we got electronics and communication, computers, and people started going to space and all the other places. Now we are in the 21st century, we are in the internet era. So everything is connected. No one is left alone. Unlike Columbus was traveling across the continents to reach USA, or Vasco da Gama tried to reach Goa. Both the things happened by traveling. Columbus thought that he reached India, but he realized that later. That's why he called them Red Indians when he reached USA. So the people were slowly getting into the education. So how the education had intertwined with the economic activity around the world, that's what I'm trying to talk about it. If you look at our countries, every person in the country, every individual in the country, every industry and every person, he produces some goods. That is, we call it the gross domestic product. It is closely linked to economic policy and strategic development. So what are all the things which consist of GDPs? It is a total monetary value of goods and services produced within the country over the period of annually or quarterly. It serves as a broad measure of nation's overall economy. So this includes personal consumption, investment, government spending, and net exports. So if the gross domestic production is really good, then we get the taxes from that. The government cannot get the taxes elsewhere. Somewhere the money should be available in the hands of people or in the industry or in the corporates, then the taxes will come. So if I remember when I joined the department in 1997, the service tax was increased only for the banking and insurance sectors, sir, only two sectors. Then when we were asked to visit all the small mandap keepers and beauty parlors and all these places, we were asked to not to tell anything. Please go and tell them that you are going to be in the part of service tax net. This is how we started. The revenue, the only 3 service tax during the 1997. So this taxation is a very primary process by which people, and we all people, enjoy the fruits of development of infrastructure like roads, the flyover, whatever comes in Avinashi Road or in Trichy Road or elsewhere, everything, airports, which all comes from taxing the money earned by the industries and people. So what is earned by the people are taxed as a direct tax. What is earned by industries indirectly we are collecting. We don't collect from the people directly. When you buy something, some percentage will be taxes. So indirect taxes we are collecting from there. So India's GDP, as per the current estimate, we are going to reach 5 trillion economy. That's what our thinking. We are the 5th largest economy in the world. In fact, India experienced a robust growth in the last 2 decades. But if you look at the tax and GDP ratio is very small compared to the developed countries. It is only 10 to 12%. Out of the total money which is earned by the country, only 10 to 12% comes for the tax purposes. So what are all the major impediments? India's low tax GDP ratio is due to large informal sector, because in this country, a lot of informal activity happens. A lot of kirana shops in every corner, a lot of activity happen in every lane of this city and across the small places. So a lot of tax exemptions also were there. So how to get the public funds for the purpose of education, healthcare and infrastructure? This was the major issue which we have faced in 80s, before 90s. So if you look at the United States, they are the 25 trillion economy. Okay, so their GDP per capita is $75,000 US, whereas India's position is 2,239 US only in 2023, which is 18% of the world's average. So we have to go miles ahead to reach some of the developed countries. So how are we going to catch up with these countries? This is what our monumental task. So normally developed countries, if you look at it, that GDP and tax ratio is around 25 to 35%. Like US, the GDP and tax ratio is around 28%. And Germany, it is 30 to 35%. And France, it is 45%. And that means out of the total money value which is produced, taxing happens major portion of the GDP. So how are we these developed countries when they are having the bigger tax base and compliance, leading to higher compliance rate also? Because in India, because of informal sector, a lot of evasion also happens in the system. So higher tax revenue is developed countries allow the most robust public services like healthcare, education and social security, leading to a greater income redistribution and lower inequalities. So India service sector has grown considerably over the last 3 decades. Now service industry has grown by 50 to 60%, whereas agriculture is shrinking. It is gone down below 20% in the last 3 decades. And industry's contribution is around 25 to 35% of total GDP. So the service sector is the largest contribution of India's GDP. That only helped in 90s to come up with a lot of investment in various sectors, including the education sector. So if you look at how the investment pattern happened, like in India, you look at it, the number of if you look at the central government expenditure is one part which goes to the building up of infrastructure of educational institution. Then again, state controlled universities and the colleges, they are funding, because Tamil Nadu government, if you look at all the 14, 15 state universities, they have to cater to the needs of these universities. So third part comes the private enterprises like our college, Ramakrishnan I.R.S. college or whatever, PhD college, and so many colleges who have this philanthropic attitude to bring about a big infrastructural push to the mass of the people in this country. The students are immensely benefited. I just try to briefly outline the central government expenditure during this 24-25. It is 1.13 lakh crores which was budgeted for this financial year. Out of this, 44,000 crores goes to the higher education from the central government. A state government, whereas our budget itself is very low, and then allocation for the various infrastructural improvement depends on the state's economy. Like Tamil Nadu is a good state, Maharashtra is a good state, and some state like Gujarat, they are doing good. UP is picking up really good, and these states should have the taxes which they should be willing to invest in the education sector. So if we look at in this manner, in the last 3 years, from last 70 years, the expenditure on the private players have rose 5 times compared to the 1950s. Now, if you look at public expenditure is around 3.9% of GDP, whereas for private expenditure it is 2.7%. This gap is narrowing. That means more and more people are coming to the education sector and investing in the creation of education infrastructure, creating the very good quality education in the country. So we have to give worldwide the status is that if above 6% should be invested in education so that the human resource can be developed. In India, we are already touched 6.6%. It's a real phenomenal thing, which comes from the private expenditure. 2.7% of GDP comes from the private players, like various colleges, like one of the thing is our college here. And I also like to just touch upon a few other things. The total enrollment in this country is around 40 million students, which includes all the universities, colleges, and standalone institutions. So over 1,000 universities are there in this country, which includes central universities, state universities, deemed universities, and private universities. The total colleges are around 42,000 colleges. Sir was mentioning about ranking. I think around 3,000 to 4,000 colleges only are now in the process of getting this accreditation itself out of 42,000 colleges. The other people, I just read somewhere, just 100 student colleges are around 25% of the colleges of 42,000 is only 100 student colleges, sir. More than 3,000 student colleges are very minimal in this. So it's a robust thing. 22,000 students in this institution means we have to really give applause to the management. They have really done a wonderful job for developing the education sector in this city. So now I like to touch upon one small point, which is how the student-teacher ratio, which is very important, because as a parent, whenever we go to the schools, private schools, they will say there is a teacher for every individual attention will be given. When you go to the primary school admission, they will say individual attention we give, you please rest assured we will give a special attention to your child. So when it comes to higher education, how the things are happening, I just had done some analysis. So central universities is having the ratio of 1:15 or 1:20. That means every 20 students, there is one teacher available. Whereas in state and affiliated colleges, it is 1:40. That means either students, teachers are not filled up. It is not that there will not be any sanction strength. There is a gap. So that is the thing. But when I looked at private universities, it is 1:10. It's really applauds to the private management that student-teacher ratio in educational institution is 1:30. It is really a commendable thing which is happening in our country. And another important aspect, I looked at it, the expenditure part, per student expenditure part in the countries around the world. So in India, for example, higher education, we are spending around $800 to $1,500 per student. So whereas in developed countries, their per student allocation is around $20,000 to $40,000, for example, in USA. And in UK it is around 20,000, and Germany it is around 25,000 US dollars per student in higher education. And Japan is also investing somewhere around 20,000 US dollars per student for the higher education. Though these are all the just, it is for your own thoughts, because when the college produced 201 PhD scholars, doctorates, and who are gone out, that means that much amount of journals and publications would have happened in these colleges. So I thought there will be some thought process which can help how this per student ratio can be improvised. That is one thing you can thought about it. Maybe that can also be topic for some of your projects. So when the state government and as well as public are getting the funds from budgetary allocation from the taxpayers' money, how the private universities are getting some schemes are there, like Rashtriya Uchatar, RUSA is there. There are some schemes which helps to give some quality education that all the colleges, private colleges are utilizing amply in that. So given this background, I don't want to miss out the opportunity of being the chief guest of this Teachers' Day. I really have to talk about Guru-Shishya relationship, because I cannot, if I talk only as a taxman, you will feel that is such a boring person who has been called today. So I just touched few of the great Guru-Shishya relationship in this society, Indian society. So first and foremost, I just talk about only modern day relationship. Srinivasa Ramanujam and Hardy relationship, G.H. Hardy relationship, identifying the talent in Ramanujan and then picking him as one of the renowned person in the field of mathematics. And second is a person who is Samrat Ramdas and Chhatrapati Shivaji. He is known as a man of action, and Ramdas is a Maratha King Shivaji together brought a cultural and spiritual awakening to the society. It's a very good relationship. And Sachin Tendulkar and Achrekar, Ramakant Achrekar, we all know that. It's a trust between teacher and student which helped both of them to grow. Achrekar has believed in Sachin Tendulkar, Vinod Kambli, and one more person. And either way, the student also believed in the teacher that he is going to give me something special. So the legend was created by these great people. And it is not that Guru-Shishya relationship happens only in the teacher and student relationship. If you look at Sania Mirza, her father is a mentor and guru, because his father was a political journalist. I was in Hyderabad during that time. Morning 4 o'clock, around that time, that Bashir Bagh Stadium, the activity starts. The father brings the child there, and then he believed that something is there in the child, and made Sania Mirza world #1 in the tennis. So, because being in the 21st era, there is a Madhuri Dixit, which we know that she is one of the finest actor and dancer. She was a Kathak dancer. The Brij Maharaj, who is a Kathak dancer, whose Shishya has taught dancing skills to Madhuri Dixit. So she has born with a great song sequence started in the film. I forgot the name of the film. Anyone can recollect? Yes? Yes. So that's dancing skills. I just read during those days when she was asked to dance in the set, she just thrown the slippers away and then started dancing in the sets for the film shooting. So that's the enthusiasm she has picked up. So the lot of Sishyas. Then if I don't touch how the Swami Vivekananda and Ramakrishna relationship has brought, if being in a Ramakrishna Institute, I should be talking about it. And then certainly, in fact, my guru in my higher secondary college, my guru was Krishnamurthy sir, who was a teacher, mentor, everything for us, because those who don't get good marks will get admitted in a smaller colleges, smaller, smaller schools. That's how I was sent away from all the schools in Tindikal, Solenadar, St. Mary's, and Coimbatore, Ramakrishna Mission School. All the schools, they said 5 marks less, 385 out of 500. So 5 marks less, please get another school. So destiny made me to go there. Then my teacher, who spends 40 minutes class, means 35 minutes on Vivekananda. And he talks about as if he is walked with Vivekananda over the period of during his time. He will say that during when Narendra was looking for God and nowhere find the God, and he was asking everyone in the country, where is God, where is God? Then when he reached Kali temple in Calcutta, then he asked after 2-3 days, yes, I am waiting for you, come. This is what Ramakrishna said. He was a pujari, he was telling that. Then he asked, can you show me the God? Where is God? Is the God is there? Then he said, it is there. Can you show me? Yes, I will show you. Then how you will show? Then he was cut short the story. He just put his left the கால் பெருவிரல் வச்சு அவருடைய நெத்தியில் வந்து வைக்கிறாரு. The vibration has passed on and he was in the trance stage for next 1 hour. He has not returned back from trance. When he come back, he became a Vivekananda, not a Narendra. So then he said that he is the person who is going to communicate to the world what is meant by renaissance of the cultural revolution in this country. So he has enlightened the minds during this era. I traveled, even Belur Math I traveled because of out of curiosity which created by my teacher Krishnamurthy sir. I traveled to Belur Math as well as to Kalika temple. Both are on both the sides of that Brahmaputra river, both the side. If you look from here, you will see Kalika temple. If you look from there, you will get Belur Math. So it's a very small room. We are looking for 20 by 20 bedrooms, and then we are not satisfied. We want an ante room, and then all rooms, dressing room, that room, so many rooms. But he lived in a small room which may be 10 by 10, and then with a one wooden cot there. And he has come down before the tree and then teach every day. And these are all the things which has etched in my mind as a teacher, how much impact he has created when I was nothing in the education. So I just recollected this, how the Guru-Shishya relationship can impact. When you look at when Sarvapalli Radhakrishna has said we are going to celebrate your birthday, he said, no, please, you celebrate my birthday as a teacher's day, because every day, every time when he leaves, he wanted to go back to the teaching. So that's how October 10th has become September 5th Teachers' Day in India, whereas worldwide it is October 10th. So what he says is a true teacher is the one who helps us think ourselves. Okay, we have to think ourselves. So I also traveled to Bodh Gaya. So he is one of the person who has lost as a king, and then he got enlightened in this country, and then he has talked about right view, right direction, right speech, right livelihood, right contact, right mindfulness, right effort, and right meditation. So what he says is, win in your mind, you will win in your reality. So I'll just tell you some examples, how I won in my mind when I was preparing for my interview. So when I finished my main examination, I started going for gymnastic. Just that I was just 48 kgs. So I had to be 50 kg to ensure that I am not undergoing further medical test. Then my chest expansion, at only once they will do it. They will put a tap and say that that Sardarji or someone will say that dum. Then that moment we should expand, and it should be 5 centimeter. Then that's a mind game. Okay, then I started going for the gymnastic, that as if I cleared the exam, and as if I am in the interview, as if I am going for a medical test. So everything I just, I warned the mind before I was going for an interview. So I visualized every possible scenario and then I worked. So win in your mind by Gautam Putta is a very noble thought. If you read and reread, you will get more insight into his thought process. And Swami Dayananda Saraswati has said, give the world the best you have and best will come back to you. See, suppose you, what you, in family or relationship, communication, emotions or anything, what you give, it comes back doubly. So what he says, whatever best you have, you should give it to them. So Kabir Doha has once said, Kabir Doha is a famous poet. He said, when there are the sweetest of the words available, why are you talking unsweet words? You talk sweetest of the words, so that sweetest of the words and communication will come back to you. That's what he said. What you communicate in a sweet language, the sweetness will come back to you. You will enjoy the sweetness. So Dayananda Saraswati vision was that give the best. And then there are a lot of people like Savitri Phule of Maharashtra, who is the first female teacher in this country. He committed herself uplifting the women's education. I have seen that this side completely women staff members are sitting here. It's really, during my college days, it was only nutrition class you will find a lot of people. In normal class, no, physics and all, only 4 students. Ratio is very less, 40, 44, 34 like that. So now it is really gone up. So what she said is, sit idle no more. Go and get education. Simplest of the words. Don't sit idle, go and education. Education means what? Not that what you are going to get a degree nowadays. Nowadays, if you just evening, you just enroll 1 hour, you will get education from any programs anywhere. Lot of online things are happening. You can get enriched yourself. So our, if I don't talk about Chanakya, then I may miss something. So what he said is, nothing, never settle for anything less than what you deserve. Suppose you deserve something, you got something less, you should not settle for it. You should aim for that. It is not your pride, it is your self-respect. So you should aim for it. And the person who has founded the Banaras Hindu University, Madan Mohan Malviya, he said, fearlessness is the only way to freedom. Be fearless and fight for justice. And Rabindranath Tagore, you all aware of that, Shantiniketan and his stories behind it. He said the main objective of teaching is not to give explanation, but to knock at the doors of the mind. If you can knock at the doors of the mind, then you are successful as a teacher. So then Swami Vivekananda said, talk to yourself at least once a day, otherwise you may miss meeting an excellent person in this world. So that's what Swami Vivekananda has done it. He was, before going to Chicago, he wanted to analyze about himself. He went to rock in the Kanyakumari, and he probably, I feel, he would have talked to himself. And what is that I am going? What is that I am going to communicate to the world when I am going to Chicago? And as you are all aware, when he was in Chicago conference, when every time the name of Vivekananda was called, he said next. So likewise, he just postponed till every person has spoken in the morning, the 10 minutes. Then finally his name is called. He composed himself and stand there and said that, brothers and sisters of America. So that has changed the change the way the various rivers may be coming from different places, originated from different places, but it all reaches in the same ocean. So this is what the communication, summing up of the communication of that first 10 minutes conversation. So what he said is this particular thing which encompasses everyone's thought process. So that's one of the worldest message he has given to the world. So when, while we are talking about these great people in this country, I just say one of the finest, one of the simple example, how how a very shy person who don't want to go in front of teacher for anything. Even someone says, introduce yourself, we will not say, my name is Ramakrishnan, I am Ramakrishnan, and then sit down. Because if they ask any further question, how to answer? That kind of situation we were there. Then in PhD Arts, we had one army retired professor whose name is Karpanan. And if I don't recollect his name, he is no more now. In one of the third year, one of the class, he said every person has to make a presentation for 10 minutes on one of the project you do on the environmental safety of this country. Then all four of us, we went, project group, we went and collected the details. And all the 3% before me, they're supposed to talk 10 minutes. They finished in 2 minutes, and then it was all finished in 10 minutes. So then finally I was to go, then fill the gap for remaining 40 minutes. 45 minutes is the class. So that was the day I realized that if you go on explaining the finer details in a step by step, you can really get away from your shyness, and then you can communicate in front of the audience. So that is how he has really, after that, he has called me to the room and said that, see, you were always running away from me whenever I asked you to come to my room and look at the folders I kept it, how the competitive exams, employment news, everything he keeps it. He keeps all cuttings of employment news and asks us to go. We just run away. And he said, please have, see the potential in yourself. This is what he said. Then we look at how this economy is intertwined with the education. I just in between, I just diverted. See, every economic activity, initially when you look at, when Britishers have come into the country, they were all in colleges which are in UK. All the colleges were teaching sociology, anthropology, and cultural studies, history, and that kind of courses only they were having. Not that, only then it started mathematics, then science. Engineering means only polytechnic. And then engineering college means it's only mechanics. And then civil engineering, then electrical, then electronics. And now you are having a specialized course on catering technology. You would be imagine, there is a colleges which is providing catering technology, and students are learning the finest way of, like Annapurni film, all of you would have seen. The 5 senses should be, you should get the 5 senses. So these 5 senses, how to create, people are learning in this catering courses. So there are a lot of things which is going along with how the economy is moving. So I just thought that just another 10 minutes, sir. Is it okay? 10 minutes, okay, sir. Okay. So how we are always looking for countries like Norway, Sweden, and Singapore for education and the student relationship. And Singapore, the way of looking at how the student-teacher relationship is, the teachers were made to believe that every child has a champion in them. The power of connection makes champion out of them. So where they are to, where they have to go, it has to be learned. So to bring in best academic achievement, and teaching and learning brings the joy to both the teacher as well as to the student. So teachers to navigate the drama of students. Every student will undergo some drama in his personal life or in student life. So teacher has to be a transparent person. Infuse yourself into the lives of student and know them better. And build a relationship and engage in conversation and build a confidence in student that you are there to take care of them. Make a student to stand up for themselves and empower the student and find their voice heard. So teacher helps the student find their voice heard. This is a very important thing which makes the student confident on you. So when we look at how the teaching faculty has developed, the first thing which comes to is good teaching comes from identity and integrity. of teacher. It is a learning to thinking critically and creatively are the hallmark of the best teacher. I think whatever our managing trustee has mentioned, that you are all great teachers. I'm just trying to share the thought process. And next is that how the students should come up in future. I have seen the vision statement. I think it matches. To educate the youth to meet the global challenges, enable them to excel in the field of their choice, and instill in them a sense of social responsibility. That is a very interesting thing. Social responsibility is a very crucial thing. Through industry training and research. So this what teachers should ensure, that students are enlightened citizens for nation building, and they should be coming forward to do a lot of research activities, and capacity for creativity and innovation are the important thing, and entrepreneurial thing. The people should go for their own entrepreneurial thing. And just for your making your moments lighter, one of the thing which I just read, what it says is, see, they don't pay me to like the kids. This was one of the teachers' remark. They don't pay me to like the kids. They pay me to teach the kids. Then another teacher asked, kids don't learn from people they don't like. So first is the thing, you should like the kids. This one thing I thought I will just mention it here. And this what you, as a student, if you recollect your student days, you would remember that who is the best teacher is one who doesn't scold you in school days, and one who takes care of you. So these are all the teachers we love the thing. So this is what it means. So another important thing, another important thing in this modern teacher is good teachers inspire and motivate the students to reach their full potential. That means somebody will have been using this optimal potential, and you should ensure that their potential is realized by every student. And for that, you should be creative, inclusive learning environment, and where each student is seen, valued, cared for, and respected also. So this is a very important thing which we should as a teacher we should cultivate. So I just come to the final touch on this qualities of good teacher. One is that active listening. Teacher should be active listeners. And second is that you should be empathy. Sympathy, anybody can have it. Suppose empathy is different, sympathy is different. So everyone should have empathy. That is ability to understand what another person is feeling and experiencing, and by putting simply yourself in other person's shoes. So that's the way we look at the students. And engaging with the students in various discussions, so that you discover their inner mind. And another is adaptability. Who needs to continuously evaluate what is working for the students, and even more importantly, what is not working for students. So if you know both the things, you will be able to get the attention from the students. Being adaptable and flexible allows you to flow between different theories of learning and modes of teaching. We all have seen the 3 Idiots film. Okay. So this what adaptability is a very crucial thing. If you are adaptable, the potential of the students can be brought out. This is one of the important thing. Second is that one of the famous psychologists has mentioned that there is a growth mindset and fixed mindset. Suppose I came from a background by which my knowledge was understood that this is what your level of understanding. Then individuals with a fixed mindset perceive assets like intelligence as being determined in early in life, which can cause obstacles or challenges to seem unsurmountable and overwhelming. So what individuals should have is a growth mindset. So believe that traits like intelligence and creativity can be developed with the practice, certainly. See, some areas you may be strong. Somebody is very good vocally, talking to the people is their passion. Some people may be good at desk masters. They are do all the work with sitting in the desk. When you ask them to talk to the people, they may not be able to do it. So this growth mindset is very important to ensure that these traits can be acquired during your course of your academic career. And next is a academic respectful attitude towards the students and teachers. This mutual respect will help you to build a better relationship. So with this, I like to touch upon APJ Abdul Kalam's Great Tree, that is his poem. I feel that this Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science, this poem fittingly, it fits into your college. So what he wrote in this poem is, many of you may be knowing, oh, the tree in my home, you are great among the trees. So many generations were enriched through decades with your help. So kind, many life under your sagely care it happened. So tree is telling Abdul Kalam, oh my friend Kalam, I crossed age 100 years like your father and mother. Every day morning you walk an hour in front of me. I also see you on full moon nights also. Walking with a thinking mood. I know, my friend, the thoughts in your mind, what is there in your mind. So what can I give? When in April you look at me again and again with a deep concern, seeing me shed thousands of leaves. Like every college in April, thousands of leaves will leave and new leaves will come. And colleges, 22,000 students means maybe 1/3 of the students will leave every year April. So I just related to that. So when in April you look at me again and again with a deep concern, seeing me shed thousands of leaves. You ask me, my friend, what is my burden? Leaves I shed to give birth to new leaves. Okay, unless the old students go and become an alumnus of this country and then a lot of entrepreneur and then famous personalities of this country, the new leaves will not come. So flowers bloom, attracting butterflies and bees. Like Sir said, IPL champions are here in this college and then very good ground. So many other talents are come up, lot of skill development happened in this college. So it flowers bloom, attracting butterflies and bees across the places. So Kalam, I say here instead of Kalam, so the management of this college, it is not burden for me. It is beautiful phase of my life. Year after year, says the tree, I give, I give. So what management and teachers on this day, your teachers are, you are giving, giving, giving. Okay. Likewise, management also giving, giving, coming with the new institutions. So year after year, says the tree, I give and give. So I remain young and happy. So naturally, everyone will be young and happy on this occasion. I'm happy to note that this esteemed institution, Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science, which ranked 56 in NIRF, is providing wonderful platform for teachers and students to achieve their future goals. On this occasion, I wish all the teaching fraternity present here a very happy Teachers' Day. Okay. May you be the light in the lives of your students. May your wisdom empower them to achieve their goals in the years to come. All the best. Thank you.
தொடரும் மொழியாக நித்தம் மருவிச் சுடராக நிற்பவர் ஆசிரியர் பெருமக்கள். கல்வியோடு பொருளாதாரம், கற்றலே நம் பேசு பொருளின் ஆதாரம். இல்லத்தில் இல்லத்தில் தாரமின்றி நிறைவதில்லை பொருளாதாரம். எங்கள் உள்ளத்தில் என்றும் நீர்த்து போவதில்லை தங்கள் பேச்சின் தீர்மானம். சாதனைக்கு தேவை மதி, கூடவே கொஞ்சம் நிதி என்று நமக்கான வாய்ப்புகளை புள்ளி விவரங்களாக தொகுத்துரைத்த நமது சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் குருவான தங்களின் சிறப்புரையை சிஷியர்களாக தாங்கிக் கொள்கிறோம். நன்றி.
Thank you, sir, for your comprehensive speech. Sir, at this juncture, I feel proud to say that ours is the first college in South India to offer BSc Catering Science program. And I feel delighted to say that the number of journal publication of our college is 188 in the academic year 2021-22, 422 publications in the year 2022-23 and 570 publications in the year 2023-24. In our college, the teacher and student ratio is 1:23, which offers more personalized teaching, greater interaction, and support to each student's learning needs. SRCAS always provides best to the students, sir. Thank you. The memorable moment has come to felicitate the teachers who have given outstanding performance for the academic year 2023-24. I request our distinguished chief guest to present the award and prizes to the awardees. First place goes to Dr. Bamini J, Director, Department of MBA. Now, I invite Dr. Bamini J, Director, Department of MBA on the stage to receive the award and cash prize of rupees 15,000. First place is also shared by Dr. Divya, Assistant Professor, Department of MBA. Second place is backed by Mr. Pranish M, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science. Third place by Dr. Sasikala Devi, Head, Department of BCom IT. Next comes Best Department Award. First place goes to PG and Research Department of Computer Science. I request Dr. Maria Priscilla, Head, Department of Computer Science, to receive the award and cash prize. First place is also shared by Department of MBA. I request Dr. Bamni Rajashekaran, Director and Head, Department of MBA, to receive the award and cash prize. Second place goes to Department of Commerce with Computer Application. I request Dr. Geeta, Head of the Department, to receive the award and cash prize. third place goes to PG and Research Department of International Business. I request Dr. Parveen Bano, Head Department of International Business, to receive the award and cash prize. Hearty congratulations to all the awardees. Let us freeze this moment by taking a group photo and cherish it forever. Firstly, I invite Dr. Maria Priscilla, Head of the Department, and faculty members of Computer Science to come to the stage for a group photo. Next, I invite Dr. Bamini, Head of the Department, and faculty members of MBA to come to the stage for a group photo. Next, I invite Dr. Geeta, Head Department of BCom CA, and faculty members to come on the stage. Next, I invite Dr. Parveen Bano, Head and faculty members of International Business to the stage. Thank you, ma'am. Staff Club of our institution aims to bring together faculty and staff from across departments, creating a platform for collaboration, professional development, and camaraderie. The Staff Club conducted various competitions for teaching and non-teaching faculty members. It's time to honor the winners of the competitions. I request our dignitaries to give away prizes to the winners. Teaching faculty, for connection competition, first place goes to Miss Bhargavi and Dr. J. Aarti of BCom CMA. Request everyone to appreciate the winners who are receiving prizes on the stage. Kindly give an applause for all the winners. Second place goes to Miss D.S. Madhumati and Miss R. Narmada of CTPCR. Next, Antakshari, first place, Dr. R. Shobana, BCA, and Miss S. Shalini, CTPCR. Second place, Miss K. Karpagam and Miss N. Karunya of BSc Mathematics. Cookery competitions for male. First place goes to Dr. J. Jayabhupati Raja of BSc Computer Science. Second place goes to Dr. R. Sivaramakrishnan of International Business and Mr. V. Nivedan of Electronics Department. Cookery competitions, female. First place goes to Miss B. Divya of CTPCR. Second place, Dr. J. Sajita, Department of Languages, and Miss K. Saranya of Mathematics. Next, fun games, balloon blasting. First place goes to Ms. J. Kanimori of CTPCR. Second place, Dr. G. Sivasubramanian, librarian. Second place, Dr. M. Pandiselvi, Department of Languages. Thread knot, first place, Mr. P. Naveen, librarian. Second place, Miss Devi Bala Subramaniam, Department of Computer Science. Balloon with cup. First place goes to Miss P. Valarmati of BCom BPS. Beads with spoon. First place goes to Dr. S. Sailaja of BCA department. Second place goes to Miss B. Arulmoli of BBA department. Biscuit eating. First place goes to Dr. P. Jayabal of Tamil department. Cup pyramid. First place goes to Dr. A. Anuradha of mathematics department.
தேங்க்யூ. அடுத்தபடியாக ஆசிய தினத்தை ஒட்டி நடத்தப்பட்ட பட்டிமன்றம். தலைப்பு கலாச்சாரத்தின் புதிய வரவுகள், நமக்கு கொண்டாட்டமே திண்டாட்டமே. பட்டிமன்றத்தில் பங்கேற்று நம்மை மகிழ்வித்த பேச்சாளர் பெருமக்களை சிறப்பிக்கும் தருணம் இது. முதலில் கொண்டாட்டம் அணியினர் பேராசிரியர் தர்மலிங்கம் மற்றும் அவர் சகாக்களை அன்போடு அழைக்கின்றோம். நன்றி. அடுத்தபடியாக திண்டாட்டமே அணியினர் பேராசிரியர் ஹேமலதா மற்றும் அவருடைய சகாக்களை அன்போடு அழைக்கின்றோம். சிறப்பான ஒரு பட்டிமன்றத்தை நமக்கு நல்கியதோடு அதற்கு நடுவராக இருந்து தலைமை தாங்கிய தமிழ் துறை தலைவர் முனைவர் தா. விஸ்வநாதன் அவர்களை அன்போடு அழைக்கின்றோம். பட்டிமன்ற பேச்சாளர் அனைவரும் நமது விருந்தினரோடு குழுவாக இணைந்து புகைப்படம் எடுத்துக் கொள்வார்கள். தேங்க்யூ சார்.
Prize winners of non-teaching staff. Connections. First place goes to Mr. G. Nagendran and Mr. N. Sri Shakti Muthuvel of IQAC team. Second place, Miss Akila Rudramurthy and Miss R. Chitra, Academic Office Assistant. Antakshari, first place, Miss T. Rajeshwari and Miss M. Anita, Academic Office Assistant. Second place, Miss Sangeeta, Academic Office Assistant, and Miss Srimati, COE Office Assistant. Cookery competition. First place, Mr. P. Daniel Jaikumar, Electronics Lab Assistant, and Ms. T. Nagalakshmi, COE Office Assistant. Second place goes to Ms. K. Deepa, COE Office Assistant, and Ms. S. Tangashubha, COE Office Assistant. Fun games, blow the balloon. First place goes to Ms. R. Pandishwari, Electronics Lab Assistant. Second place, Ms. P. Sharadamani, Library Office Assistant. Taking the cups with balloon. First place, Ms. J. Satya, Academic Office Assistant. Second place, Ms. M. Rekha, COE Office Assistant. Beads with spoon. First place, Ms. P. Stella Priya Jyoti, Physics Lab Assistant. Second place, Ms. V. Devi, Academic Office Assistant. Ball throwing, first place, Mr. A. Amuda Ganeshan, Computer Engineer. Second place, Mr. K. Nachimuthu, Computer Lab Programmer. Lighting candle, first place, lighting candle, first place, Ms. N. Sangeeta, COE Office Assistant. Second place, Ms. S. Keertana, Biotech Lab Assistant.
நமது தூய்மை பணியாளருக்கு நிகழ்த்தப்பட்ட போட்டிகள். முதல் போட்டி அந்தாக்ஷரி. முதல் பரிசு திருமதி சி தவமணி மற்றும் திருமதி பி பாக்கியலட்சுமி, ஹவுஸ் கீப்பிங். அந்தாக்ஷரி இரண்டாம் பரிசு திருமதி வி லதா மற்றும் திருமதி ஆர் தமிழ் செல்வி, ஹவுஸ் கீப்பிங். அடுத்தபடியாக ஃபன் கேம்ஸ், பலூன் உடைத்தல். முதல் பரிசு திருமதி ஆர் ஜெகதீஸ்வரி, ஹவுஸ் கீப்பிங். இரண்டாம் பரிசு திருமதி எஸ் விஜயா, ஹவுஸ் கீப்பிங். அடுத்த போட்டி பொட்டு ஒட்டுதல். முதல் பரிசு திருமதி எஸ் லக்ஷ்மி, ஹவுஸ் கீப்பிங். இரண்டாம் பரிசு திருமதி பி பாக்கியலட்சுமி, ஹவுஸ் கீப்பிங். அடுத்தபடியாக நூல் கோர்த்தல் போட்டி. முதல் பரிசு திருமதி ஆர் பார்வதி, ஹவுஸ் கீப்பிங். இரண்டாம் பரிசு திருமதி எஸ் ஸ்லோச்சனா, ஹவுஸ் கீப்பிங்.
Congratulations to all the winners. Lastly, special prize to the jury members of cookery competitions. I invite the juries, Dr. Rajan and Dr. Manigandan of Catering Science and Hotel Management on the stage. Hearty congratulations to all the winners and participants of various competitions conducted by Staff Club. The day would not come to a full circle without I invite the team members of debate to come on the stage for a group photo. Thank you, sir. Thank you, team. The day would not come to a full circle without our love and reverence for the dignitaries expressed. Therefore, we request our Vice Principal, Dr. Pungurali, to present a memento to our chief guest as a token of love. Thank you, ma'am. No duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. We request Dr. Maria Priscilla, Staff Club President, to propose vote of thanks.
Good evening to one and all present here. I thank the Almighty for giving us this day, a wonderful day, by giving us grace on us and making this event a special one. So from the day one, we started the competitions for the non-teaching, the teaching, and as well as ended up by the Pattimandram today. We had a great encouragement from the faculties. So I thank each and every one of them for that. First and the foremost, I would like to thank Thiru K. Ramakrishnan sir. Among his busiest scheduled, he has prepared a lot today, and we have all heard about it. And he highlighted about the taxes and the Guru Shishya. I took some points on it. And also, like, he quoted many, many examples about the leaders. So all these, what we are today, we should also follow it again. So this is what was my opinion on this. I thank you so much, sir, for being here with us on this special day. I thank our joint managing trustee, Thiru R. Sundar sir. In each and every event, he is with us. He is encouraging us each and every time with his, like a smiling face. He says, good, doing good, like. So I wholeheartedly thank you, sir. Thanks for being with us today. The backbone of everything for what we are today, what we have been, what awards we have got, and like everything what is being supported is being done by our principal. And so I thank our beloved principal, Dr. B.L. Shivakumar sir. Thank you so much, sir. Whatever it is, the growth is dependent on both the IQAC, the NAC, the NIRF. So I have to thank all the team members who have always been with us for encouraging us and troubling us more to get the data too. But anyhow, thank you so much for being with us. And not least, but still I want to thank all the teaching, the non-teaching, because teaching faculty was able, we were able to coordinate each other easily. But the non-teaching, we were not able to. But still, they did their best. They came here. They actively participated in everything. And today we are here. Last but not the least, I want to thank all the non-technical and the technical people. Thank you so much. I have to thank the Manavar Mandram, who has especially been here for us today, and also for all the competitions they have supported us. Thank you, Manavar Mandram, for being with us and making this day an enlightened one. Thank you.
தேங்க்யூ மேம், தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச். நிகழ்ச்சி நிறைவாக நாட்டுப்பண்.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे